Swaggy.
Welcome back, Eagles family. We are your hosts, Jacob Grijalva.
And Mario Rodriguez.
Welcome to Season 2, Episode 3. This is our second time recording this episode because this episode was supposed to be with Ryan, and we had a little bit of an audio problem.
Yeah, so I'm here. I woke up early for this, even though...
Bro, it's 11:30. It's not even early.
I woke up at 10:30.
10:30 is not early.
I know, but you know I work nights.
How late were you up last night?
2. I went to sleep early.
Don't you get out at like 12:30?
Bro, what?
Don't you get out at 12:30?
Yeah, but I typically, go on TikTok for an hour, think about life and all my terrible decisions that I've made, and then I think about, and then you know how you get like that, nighttime inspiration. You're like, I'm gonna change my life within an hour.
Yeah.
About that. Yeah, that's like a scheduled routine that I have. Yeah. But yesterday I had to cut that part out for this. I still got 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah, I mean, so did I. I mean,
I still got a good amount of sleep, but
to be fair, I woke up today at like.
You
10.
have a worse sleep schedule than I do, though.
I just like don't have to sleep as long as some people to feel like energized enough. Like people need like 8 hours, but I feel like I feel more awake if I don't get 8 hours of sleep. Like if I get like 5 or 6 hours of sleep.
Yeah, but
I
get way more energy throughout the day if I do. So
yeah, I don't. That's the opposite.
If I get 8 hours, I just it's weird because I need 4 hours or 8 hours. Anything in the middle, I'll be so groggy.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Because 4 hours is like a nap.
Yeah,
and I just wake up. I'm like,
all right. 5 to 6 hours a night I can do, and I feel really good when I do it.
I mean, like I've slept at like 2 and then woke up at like 5. I mean, not 5, like 7. That's like 5 hours, and I was pretty okay. Especially if I'm excited for something that day, like for example, like Six Flags. Like if I have to wake up early for that, I'm like, let's go, buddy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You guys want to hear something fucking gross? Right before we started filming,
oh my God.
I like breathed in and managed to inhale like one of my beard hairs. And it was the most disgusting feeling on planet Earth.
And I was like, go get water or go get like a seltzer.
I don't have either of those in my house right now. Like, I don't know how. I have no water bottles. I have no seltzer.
So he comes back and he goes, bro, I had to use my hand and just straight up fucking put it in.
Bro, I stuck my fingers in my throat, grabbed the hair, and pulled it out. It was the worst feeling ever. Bro, I was like gagging over my sink.
God. I'm actually pretty proud that you got it though.
Thanks.
Because how can you like look down your throat like when you do that?
I was looking in my bathroom mirror. I just opened my mouth real wide, and just.
Oh yeah.
Just gazed deep into my.
You're like, grrr.
Yeah.
Damn.
You ever do that? You ever just like look in the back of your throat in your mirror?
Well, you have like a weird uvula, so if I were you, I would.
Dude, I have a bifid uvula and I don't have tonsils.
Yeah. Would you like to explain what that is?
So a bifid uvula, I feel like I've spoken about this. Maybe not.
We have.
Mm-hmm. So a bifid uvula is basically you're born where your uvula is split in like half instead of just being one thing. It's like two things. It kind of looks like a ball sack.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to.
The easiest way I can explain it is a ball sack that like goes up and creases in the middle instead of just being like a nice round little thing. It like each ball is in its own sack.
Dude, that's. When did you find out that you had it?
I mean, I was born with it.
No, I know, but but like one day you looked in the mirror and you're like, no way.
Well, I mean, I didn't really like ever need to notice. I mean, like literally, I swear to God, every doctor's visit I go to, they look in my throat. When they look in my throat, they're like, "Oh, a bifid uvula." like they just discovered like treasure. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Every time they say the same comment.
Do you have a good relationship with your doctor?
I mean, I don't really like have like one doctor right now. Like I don't really go to the doctor.
Okay, but
often.
haven't you had one for like a while?
No, I'm like I have to visit like different doctors all the time. It's not the same person. Because I like everything that I have a problem with, I like need a specialist for. So like,
Nice. I mean, you get like a undiagnosed, like curable
bro,
but manageable disease.
yeah. Every single year, I gain multiple non-curable but manageable diseases.
I don't think it's multiple. I think it's like one.
Yeah, maybe like one a year. Maybe like one a year.
But some of them go away, right?
No.
Right now, you're only allergic to peanuts and your thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I still technically like carry mono inside of my body, but
Oh yeah, you got mono.
Yeah.
Right. That was.
Yeah.
I think everybody got mono.
Well, I don't carry mono.
I
I carry the virus that caused mono. Actually, fun fact, like 97% of all people have the virus that causes mono. Usually you get it as a child. And if you don't get it as a child and you get it when you're older, then you show symptoms of mono. But since most people get it when they're a child, those that don't ever get mono is probably because they already have it.
Well, I'm not a slut, so I'll never get mono.
I'm not either. I have zero clue how I got it.
Well, I do. It's probably because you shared a drink or something.
I don't do that. I literally never share drinks.
But maybe one time you did. Maybe you're like, do you want to try this? And then y'all shared.
Maybe, but I was in college, so it was
exactly.
Like, but I didn't know anybody yet like that. It was like in the beginning, like it was like in September when I just got there.
Did Ev didn't get it?
She didn't get it, and she kissed me while I had it.
Yeah, her immune system is low-key kind of impressive, but she's always sniffling.
Dude, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I get it though. Dude, she's got like it must be hard to circulate in there. She's got like such a small face, like
a small little face. Yeah, I mean, her nose.
She's got a cute little nose.
I'm not saying anything.
I mean,
but I'm talking about like she's always like.
Yeah, she's like always itchy.
When you guys are like sniffling and like itchy in your nose, what do you do? Do you do this, or do you go, or do you just?
Yeah, dude. Actually, I feel like it depends. Because sometimes when you get that like really like deep itch, like up here, like and it's like not like itch, but it's like irritated, like
maybe
like you like sniffle and back here you feel something like in the back of your sinus, and then that's when I'm like kind of doing this. I'm like kind of rubbing my face because it's like I'm trying to like get something that I can't feel up here. But if I'm like itchy, like right here or something, normally I'll just like do this.
Oh no!
I'll give it a little bone rub.
No, I think that I'm allergic to dust, so
I'm allergic to everything. So preach.
So I'm allergic to dust, so I'm always like inhaling something that I'm not supposed to, like because dust is everywhere, and I only get like really stuffy or my eyes get like really really scratchy if there's like vast amount of dust, like if like a dog and like their fur has obviously because they lay on the floor and all the couches, that's when I get it. But other than that, I'm pretty good. I think I'm pretty healthy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also allergic to dogs and cats, so those get me going. But seasonal allergies for me are the worst in the wintertime.
Really?
Yeah, the worst in the wintertime. I think I have a thing with like the cold.
I think winter. No, I think I'm pretty good with the. Yeah, I think that's probably when it's peak.
You know what it is? Because my like body with like allergies and stuff, I think during the winter I just get so dried out that I like overproduce to compensate. Like my body just like doesn't know what to do.
Actually, no, you're right. Winter is worse because I'm inside more.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely inhaling all that shit.
Yeah, but like summer's nice when it's all like nice and moist outside, and I'm just like,
it's finally summer.
Yeah, I know.
It's officially finally summer.
Yeah, it's like having a world humidifier. Like until like the world starts burning, and then we get like poisonous gases flying over. We didn't even talk about that in an episode. Oh, Megan talked about it for like briefly.
Oh yeah. She had to know where it was like.
I really feel for the families in Canada affected by these forest fires.
It's affecting my air. No. She's selfish. She don't care about nobody but herself.
Yeah, that's true, dude. Like, so New York City was like crazy. Like New York City when the fires were going on and all the smoke was coming out. New York City had worse air quality than the day of 9/11.
Yeah, I can imagine. It was literally the whole city.
I know.
The whole city, and then us.
Staying outside for 24 hours would have been equivalent to smoking like 6 cigarettes. That's
24 hours?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's not that bad.
Yeah,
But for some people who have like really sensitive breathing problems, like I probably would have felt like shit walking in New York City.
Yeah.
Like I felt like shit walking out here. I felt like I was at war. It was
No,
like an
I
apocalypse
remember
out
seeing
there, bro.
snaps of people on Instagram, like how they're hanging outside. I was like, you're wilding for this. I don't even want to do this. What? I want to be inside.
No, yeah, bro. I like took off of work for it. It was like,
Yeah, but you have asthma.
and my job is outside. What was outside?
Yeah, exactly. And you have asthma.
Yeah.
Did you bring your inhaler? Do you bring your inhaler everywhere?
I do.
Do you bring your EpiPen everywhere?
I don't have an EpiPen right now.
It's kind of concerning, don't you think?
I've actually never used it.
Because like, what if at my party someone just like puts a peanut in the basket?
All right, as a
chips?
2-time anaphylaxis survivor.
Two times. Oh, you explained
times.
one of them. You explained one of the times, right? With the Snickers.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then I don't think I heard the second one. What?
The other time? Okay, so the Snickers was the second time it happened. The first time it happened, I was like 14. And my grandfather, he used to like when he lived upstairs, he used to serve us like breakfast and lunch like every day. He would always cook, and I would eat up there like every day. And then one day when my uncle was coming to visit, he gave me the soup, and I was eating the soup, and my throat started to hurt.
What did it have in it?
Like, I don't know.
He used maybe?
No. He literally used some kind of like peanut sauce in the soup. It was like weird.
Damn.
This is why I don't fuck with like exotic cuisine, because I don't know what the fuck they use. I would never think he would use peanuts in anything he cooked, right? Yeah. But then I had a few spoonfuls, and I was like, yo, my throat kind of hurts. And I said to my uncle, because my uncle Milton was sitting right there, I was like, yo, like, my throat kind of hurts. Can you ask him what was in this? And while he's asking, I just keep eating. I'm like, I had never felt it before. Like, I hadn't known.
Oh, that's true.
I hadn't known yet that was what it felt like.
I'm surprised you never eat like a Reese's. Like,
yeah. I mean, I never tried it. My whole life I was told by doctors that if I ever were to eat nuts, that I would likely die. Like, it would probably kill me. So
dramatic. Let's test it out right now.
No, but yeah. So I was like munching it up, and my uncle was like, "Yo, what did you put in this?" And my grandpa was like, "Oh, just some peanut sauce and just some, some cheese."
Wait, hold on. Go back.
Yeah, like, and then my uncle looks at me and he goes, "Are you allergic to peanuts?" And I was like,
"Yeah, I am."
I was like, "Fuck." So I actually started like freaking out because I didn't know what was gonna happen. This was
like I'm gonna see Jesus.
Yeah, this was uncharted territory for me. So like I went and looked in the mirror, and I looked fine when like when it first was starting. And I ran downstairs, and out of sheer panic, I took 4 Benadryl pills. Out of sheer panic, because I didn't have my EpiPen. I didn't have one. Even then, I didn't have one. So I like downed 4 Benadryls, and then I just was sitting there like hyperventilating, and my parents weren't home. I was home by myself with my grandpa and my uncle.
Did they not take you to the hospital?
No, I did not go to the hospital.
Wait, you didn't go to the hospital?
Never. No.
Oh, see,
not the whole first time.
You're good. You're fine.
Well, no, I was not fine, like at all.
At all?
No.
At all, you didn't go.
No, I
didn't go. Like not even like the next day or something.
No, because my dad. I took those 4 Benadryl, and he was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna bring you to the hospital because I'm nervous that they're gonna give you something and then like overdose you because you took so much Benadryl." And I'm like, "Dad, they're doctors. I'm just gonna tell them I took 4 Benadryl and they'll figure it out."
Hispanic men with
yeah, and then he was like, "I'm not
medical
taking
care."
Yeah, he was like, "I'm not taking you," and I was literally like begging him to take me, and he was like, "No." So it was like,
I remember when we went out to eat recently, and he was like, "There's no peanuts here, bro."
Bro, he's like such an asshole about it because he like that was like an actually traumatizing experience, because after like my parents were at the car dealership, and I called them and I was like, "Guys, you need to come home right now. I ate peanuts. I don't know what's gonna happen. You guys need to come here now," right? And so they came speeding home. They were home in like 10 minutes. My dad must have drove like 150 miles per hour all the way home, right? So they're watching me, and then like 5 minutes later, I'm looking in the mirror, like with my mom in the bathroom, looking at myself, and my skin turns like red as an apple. Like it looks like I had like 3rd-degree sunburn all over my body, right? And then I like my blood pressure dropped, and then I fell on the ground, and then I started vomiting everywhere, like gallons worth of vomit, and then my body was like on fire. Like,
wait, did you go to? Wait, is this still the first time?
Yeah, this is the first time I didn't.
And they were like, "Nah, bro, you're not
yeah,
going to the hospital."
Yeah, I didn't go to the hospital. The thing is, the only thing the Benadryl actually did, it prevented my throat from swelling and closing. So I was actually able to breathe the whole time, thankfully, because the second time that was not the case. That was not the case the second time.
You're dead. No, I look you get your dad though. I look you get it. Like not with you. I wouldn't do that for other people, but for me, I am the last person you'll catch at the like doctors for like.
Bro, I had to take my clothes off because my skin.
You were sweat.
No, not even that. My skin, anything I touched felt like it was burning me.
Oh,
shit. Like that's how bad. Like it actually felt like I had severe sunburn all over my body.
I would just take a cold ass shower.
No, like anything touching me.
No way. Painful. A cold ass shower definitely would have helped.
I'm telling you, I could not touch water. It wasn't like things were hot. It was like things just burned. Like it was like sunburn. Yeah, it was like sunburn. Like when you have sunburn and you touch something, it hurts. Like it burns.
What the fuck?
Like
that's crazy.
Everywhere, head to toe, everywhere, everywhere.
I'm so happy I'm not allergic to peanut.
Even my balls, bro. Even my balls. It was so painful. And then I just vomited for like hours, and then after it was all said and done and I was like just burning everywhere and vomiting everywhere, which was like the bulk of it. What
if you did go to the hospital and like maybe you would have like less medical conditions?
I mean, I don't think that was the start of it. I think those are unrelated.
No, you never know, because that put your body through hell and back. So that might have fucked some shit up.
Maybe. I mean, I doubt it. I mean, my body bounced back pretty quickly. I was out of commission for 14 hours after my reaction because I didn't go to the hospital.
I remember I told people I used to be allergic to peanut butter, even though I wasn't.
Wow. Peanut butter allergist ally.
Ally. I'm an ally. Yeah. No, yeah. I remember I went to the aquarium in like 2nd grade, and my best friend at the time, Gavin, shout out to you. I hope you're alive. I have not spoken to you since like 5th grade. So
oh my god.
But 2nd grade we went to the aquarium. His mom was there, and he was like, peanut butter, and I was like, I'm allergic. And then she goes, there was peanut butter in that peanut butter jelly sandwich, and I was like, I guess I'm not allergic. I don't know why. I don't think I was lying. I think I actually thought I was allergic to peanut butter.
Maybe just because you saw other kids allergic to it and you thought it was just like a thing.
Yeah, I thought I was trendy. I was like following the trend.
Bro was a pick-me boy. He was like, please feel bad for me. I'm allergic.
No, I think honestly, when I was younger, I feel like I was a pick-me type of person. Like attention type.
Yeah. I definitely was too.
I low-key still am, but like not like to the point where like it's more like I just like attention.
Yeah, I mean everybody likes attention.
But I'm not gonna be like, are you gonna do this for me? No.
Bro's got the light skin stare.
Stop, die. Why are you saying that like
me? For me, please.
Oh my god.
Please.
No, it's one finger. It's
yeah,
one yeah.
Please,
like, please. People who actually did that. Oh my god, some people still do that. This girl named should I say the name?
No. Make up one.
Raquel. Yes,
okay.
this girl named Raquel at my job. She reminds me of a furry.
Oh Jesus Christ!
And listen, actually, I met a couple furries. Y'all are actually kind of nice.
I've never met a furry.
I mean, I've never met a furry like who's actually wearing wearing something like that. I think it's just kind of a kink for them. So I guess that they're not really furries, but
until you see them in the bedroom.
She reminds me of a furry and a very. Like she tries to act like baby girl type shit, and I remember like if someone like jokingly yells at her, you know, like how we mess around and tease each other. Like if you do it to her, she's like, why are you being mean to me? No, yeah, I can't stand her though. Raquel, I deadass hate you, bro.
Oh my.
No, she's like actually one of the worst employees I've ever worked with in my entire life.
Jesus.
Yeah, she's just too high maintenance for me, and in a place where it's fast paced.
Yeah,
you're nothing but.
She's like, why are we getting all these orders.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
why is she so busy?
no, or like you ask her to do something, she goes, I'm really overwhelmed right now. Can you ask somebody else?
Oh my god, bro.
Like sometimes it's
if I hired somebody and they acted like that, I'd fire them.
Sometimes it's literally me, her, and one other person. If I didn't ask the other person, Mario, I would probably ask you.
Mario, I'm sorry.
For
that you're in that you're in that situation.
Yeah, I'm a survivor.
You
honestly.
Yeah, you are.
Working in the food industry I'm an automatic survivor.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
Yeah, anybody who works in the food industry, I think you know what's up.
Yeah,
to any teenager who's going through the humble experience of the food industry, I salute to you because that shit is ass.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't do it again.
I mean, if honestly pay me enough money, I'll still do it.
Yeah, I mean, well, for a lot of money, but the food industry is like known for having like very low wages.
Yeah,
like very low. Like managers in the food industry make like $19 an hour.
No, yeah, but I feel like that's so weird to me because at the job that I have, they don't. They get paid like all managers contract and salary.
Interesting. Yeah. Now at any place I've worked or have tried to work in the food industry, that's what managers make. Yeah. Which is pretty disgusting.
Yeah, you got offered at Chipotle, right?
Yeah.
Why would you apply there? Oh, because of Matt?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
No. Yeah.
Gotcha.
He
I mean, he does get paid pretty good, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, he gets paid $19 an hour.
Yeah, but he works OD.
Yeah, he does work a lot of overtime. So, yeah. I mean, he makes money for himself.
But also, I think the food industry...
Actually, I'm sorry. He makes $20 an hour.
I also think the food industry is just, like... I think it's only bad, like, the first year.
Yeah.
And then, like, after that, you'll have, like, maybe days when it's, like, bad.
After you earn respect.
Kind of. But, like, you... At that point, you like, I'm... This point in my, like, life...
Do you work full-time?
No, I'm not full-time.
No.
No. I'm still part-time because I was still in school and I refused.
You still work a lot, though. How many hours do you work a week?
Right now, I work 30 to 40 hours a week.
Oh, so you're basically full-time.
Kind of, I guess. I guess you could consider that full-time.
If you hit 40 hours, then it's full-time.
Yeah, but that's like probably due to my own choosing of like covering shifts. That's probably it. No. But recently, actually this whole month I worked like 3 days a week. So gotcha. That's why I've been more available for the podcast and shit.
Yeah.
But I don't even know what I was saying. I was talking about the food industry, fast food. Oh, 3 years. So after like the first year of the food industry, you're like, this shit's ass, I want to quit. But then you're like, wait, I'm so good at this job, why the fuck would I quit? Type shit, because like everything just gets easier. You're gonna have moments where it's like so god awfully busy, but you're just like, oh, I'm just so used to this.
Yeah.
And like and you just complete the job and you're like, okay, done.
I feel like when I get used to something, I get bored of it. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Like, when it comes to work, like if I get good at my job, I get really bored of it, because I like feeling uncomfortable. I know that's like a weird thing to say. But, like, when I'm working, I like feeling like I don't know what I'm doing. Because then I feel like I can learn.
Oh. No, I'm not like that at all. That's, like, why I haven't left my job. Because, first off...
That's why I left.
The hours are so flexible.
But also, like, when I get good at my job, right, then I start to expect things. Like, when I become a top performer at my job, then I expect more money. And then we run into the problem of, oh, they don't want to pay more money. You know? And it's, like, the kind of thing where it's, like, if I'm going to do more... and like work harder to be the best one, then I want to be compensated for the amount of work that I do. I don't want to make like, if I'm going to be the best employee and I'm going to, learn things that other employees don't know, I don't want to make the same amount of money as somebody who was just hired.
True,
right?
But I also don't think you give like enough time for them to like, because like I get it if you don't get a promotion within like 6 to a year.
The job before my last job, that one, I gave them a lot of time. And they gave me multiple promotions, but they were only like 25 or 50 cents.
Yeah.
You know, when I was doing...
year, though, you were there.
Yeah, but I was doing manager stuff.
I
was doing manager stuff.
Gotcha.
I was doing inventory and putting in shipments and training new employees and like supervising while the managers
training.
weren't there.
Oh my god, training is so.
It's just frustrating when somebody doesn't get it, or you give them input and then they don't apply it.
And I get it. No, honestly, not even that for me. For me, it's like, you're really not going to pay me more for doing double the job right now.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm literally, because we used to get paid time and a half if we had training somebody, because it was only 3 hours of your shift.
Yeah.
And it's a lot. Like, you're doing everything that you're supposed to, but then you're doing it twice because you have to show the person.
Yeah.
And then you're those 3 hours, you're not just gonna sit there and wait for like an order to come through. No, you're gonna practice with fake orders.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Where I worked, my position was a trainer, right? So every new employee, like there was me and one other trainer. Every new employee, one of us would train, right? So it wasn't that there were days where I was training. It was that, if there's a new employee there and it's still their first or second week, I'm still training them. You know, like
we give them 3 days and then we throw them into the woods.
Yeah, no, I mean, for us, it's more like a learning curve. Like there was just a lot to know, a lot to know, and there are some things that people who learn quick can learn in like 3 weeks, but there are some things where they'll never know it because they're just not dedicated enough to know it.
Yeah. Oh god, I hate the people that I really cannot get along with are like girls who are given everything, like spoiled brats, or guys who are just like, this is just a job for right now. This isn't my career, so I'm not gonna try that hard. Listen, you can do that all you fucking want, but expect some backlash when your other employees are giving you some mad attitude because your bitch ass isn't doing the job correctly.
Yeah, there's no issue if you know that it's a temporary job, but that doesn't mean you should try less.
Yeah,
at it, because
you're still screwing your other employees.
That's
and
the thing.
The store
people don't
over.
Realize when they're working. Like at my last job, it didn't apply so much, but people don't understand like when you're working in like a regular shift job, that like people are counting on you to like get the day done. Like you have to put yourselves in the shoes of management for a second. Like these guys are spending their payroll money on you, their limited payroll money, expecting to receive help to get the business going. Like from the perspective of somebody like who needs to hire somebody, like you have to be somebody who they can, trust to push the business forward. Like if it was you and me, like, if this podcast ever gets big and we want to start hiring people to edit and stuff, like, it's going to suck if we hire somebody who doesn't do a good job.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, this is just a part-time thing. Okay.
Yeah.
The fuck?
But it hurts.
Yeah, we're relying on you, though.
Yeah, yeah.
So it doesn't make any sense to me when people are just so unmotivated. I just don't.
Especially when they say, "Oh yeah, once I get out of this job, I'm gonna start a business. I'm gonna go into like entrepreneurship."
And guess what? They don't.
They either don't, or they realize, wow, I was a dick.
They because they have a business degree, they become a manager somewhere, and they're like, "Oh, I guess I'm never leaving."
Yeah.
So joke's on you.
And then they sit in an office all day and do paperwork and yell at people all day and then get miserable and then beat their wife later in life. Have their kids hate them.
Oh my god! And because they're drinking too much and shit.
Yeah, and they just become alcoholics.
But so I don't get along with people unmotivated, spoiled brats, or negative Nancy's, dude. I don't get along with them.
Gotta be positive, man.
No, listen, yes, we live in a world where constant negativity is thrown every which way for us, but when you're constantly negative and there's nothing good, there's nothing good, come on. Unless you're homeless, come on. And I don't mean situations where you're going through some sort some trauma, because obviously I can understand why you feel like that. I'm talking about your personality. You dead ass just hate the world.
Yeah. I don't know, even if you're going through something, and this is probably just me, but I'm the kind of person where even if I'm going through something, I want to see the positivity in the situation.
Why wouldn't you,
That's what I don't understand. People live life being so miserable, the whole time. And I learned this so much in my last job, door knocking, because I would talk to people and they would just be the biggest assholes, just the most snobby pieces of garbage, right? And I would walk away and just think to myself, how are you so miserable that you just see another person at your front door and you just start cursing them out? even though they didn't even say anything.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even talk yet.
Mm-hmm.
You just open the door and start cursing them out. How are you so miserable?
Isn't that like what your last job was? There was like this guy that was saying you shouldn't be doing this for the rest of your life or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, but he wasn't mean. He was actually a really nice guy. It was a really rich neighborhood, like super rich neighborhood. Like these guys had like $1.5 million, $2 million houses, and he was like in his little golf cart, like driving with his daughter, and they were about to go like somewhere, like play golf or something nearby, and he rolls up to me and he was like, "Hey, what are you doing around here?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm just doing my job, talking to people about solar or whatever." And he was like, "Oh, how do you like it?" And I was like, "I mean, it's not that bad. I get paid to like walk and talk to people. I still think it wasn't that bad." But he was like, "Yeah, I respect somebody like you. I could never do it." He was like, he was like, "If I were you, I would be getting a different job because it's just a brutal world to be doing that in now." And but he's absolutely right. Like, it is a brutal world to do something like that now.
No, yeah. If I was ever rich, oh my God, I will be the nicest rich person ever.
I don't understand why not to be nice.
I just don't get it. I can't. I feel so bad if I'm mean to somebody. I literally think about it for like the next week.
Yeah. No, I don't understand the purpose of
I have
being
so
mean.
much guilt for not having any sort of empathy. Like,
especially when you don't know them.
Like, people just don't have empathy sometimes. And I'm like, how?
Yeah.
Like, I guess sometimes it's like useful because like maybe you're not like thinking about like this one little moment. But I remember once this lady just told me to slow down while I was going through this parking lot, and I gave her the finger. I was younger. I was like 17 or 16. And I remember like thinking about it, I'm like, why did I do that? Like that day, I'm like, that was so unnecessary.
Also, you know what I don't understand also? People who use their car horns as road rage. I don't get that.
I don't honk.
Yeah, me neither. I don't honk unless they don't notice a green light.
See, not even. Oh, okay.
That's
maybe,
the only time I honk.
Yeah. I agree with that actually. Even if they like accidentally almost hit me, I'm like, damn.
Yeah. No, literally.
I just keep going. Literally. I don't honk.
And some of our friends will sit there and press down the horn and be like,
all our friends use it. All our friends use it, except for Matt. Maybe I don't think I've ever heard him use it.
No, Matt doesn't. Yeah. Matt just like.
Matt
just sits in the car and
Matt
goes.
is the person to get honked at.
Yeah, no, he is the person to get honked at. But one time I was in the car with him and we almost got into an accident because it wasn't even his fault. Some idiot in an F-150 cut him off super close, and Matt like kind of swerved a little bit, and he doesn't even get mad. He just goes, "I will literally get out of this car and kill this guy and his whole entire family. He will not even live to see tomorrow."
Yeah. I was with Ryan. We were going to Victoria schools, and we were trying to get on the LIE, and I remember this guy cut him off. He's like, "Bro, I'm literally about to go fucking crazy. I'm not only gonna shoot him, I'm gonna shoot up everybody in this fucking traffic right now." And I'm like, "All right."
Yeah, bro would literally say like, "I'm about to like blow up multiple nuclear bombs."
literally, but he won't honk.
Yeah. No, he just says
he just needs to express it,
Yeah, he just says it to be funny, to be honest. I honestly though, like I just don't understand people who use their horns. Like,
have you ever seen the show Beef?
No.
It's okay. So I know you don't. Yeah,
like
I don't know
beef.
why. It's like beef, as in like beef, like fighting.
Yeah.
So it's about.
I didn't think it was about like cow meat.
Yeah, it's about these two people who are just like so miserable in their life, and they get into an almost accident in this parking lot. Nothing too major. It's just that this one guy tries to back up.
Yeah.
And she honks.
Yeah.
But she honks for mad long because I guess she just had enough. They both they show that they're super miserable, and it's basically the moral of the story of Beef is that you have to let things go because they don't let it go, and it goes to some sort of extremes where people are like dying, people are like getting screwed over, people's lives are ruined because of them.
Yeah.
And they do feel like this guilt of it, but for some reason their lives are so miserable, and the anger that they keep holding in by not expressing it to the girl's husband or the guy's brother, who are the main issues in their lives.
Yeah.
They attack each other, but it's also ending up like screwing over so many people. And like the moral of the story is to like let go and to not be so angry in that moment. Yeah. And you have to like also, but like letting go is also like expressing your anger.
Yeah.
Because if you
people don't realize how much control they have over their own lives. Like, people get themselves into situations and just stay completely silent about like whatever issues they have, and then take it out on the world as if it's the world's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like people, like, the biggest reasons, honestly, that people are miserable their whole lives. And I was having a conversation with one of my ex coworkers about this. The biggest reason that people are miserable in their lives are A, they hate their job. B, they never get laid. Or C,
That's usually for the man, though.
Yeah.
Usually because men rely on sex sometimes.
Yeah. Or C, they've experienced several traumas and just can't get over it. But
because they haven't expressed it.
Notice in all three cases, you can do something about that.
Yeah.
Like, everybody can quit their job and find a different job. Right? Like, people don't realize how much jobs actually hire people without even having experience in that field. Like, you would think, like, when I applied for that solar job, I was like, oh, I feel like I'm not going to get it. I don't have any sales experience. But they didn't care. They were just like, okay, you're a cool guy. Right? Like, you can quit your job. You can go out and talk to women. You can, seek help for whatever traumas you've gone through, but people just don't want to, and then they take it out on everybody else because they keep it all in.
Yeah, in the show it was, Ali Wong, the comedian.
I think I do.
You've probably seen her Netflix special. That's where she's like mostly famous for, but she starred in the show. So her character was that she makes so much money, but her husband is this spoiled like brat.
Okay.
And they aren't emotionally, romantically, and sexually connected anymore, and they're trying to figure some shit out. Because she works so hard, he's like, "Why do you work so much? Like, come back and like help out our like relationship." And she goes, "Okay, but somebody needs to be the breadwinner." And she goes, and because he's rich, his mom hates her, so she's also dealing with that. So it's so funny because she never expressed any sort of anger towards this family, any anger towards the people who are causing this pain for her, but she expresses it to the person who she almost got into a car accident with, and that's the issue, And then for the guy, the main issue was that his younger brother was just like not maturing fast enough. He was not getting a job. He was making dumb decisions, screwing him over through the process, and his job was also just awful.
Yeah.
And they both just didn't know how to express it. It's funny though, because there's moments where they both seem that they're about like healing, but then something happens in their lives at the same time that they're finally healing, so they get angry again and they express it to each other, and shit goes wild again. Because at one point the guy goes to church, finally feels some sort of like relief because God is like soothing him. He feels that's how he feels, and I think the girl left a review on his job being like he was awful, never do this job again, and then he stops getting like phone calls, I think. Okay. And then he like goes to like their house and like becomes best friends with the husband. And so they go into the house and they're hanging out, and the wife gets so mad. Yeah. And then it just leads to so much, and at one point it leads to like them in the fucking woods because they just get so angry with each other because they're not expressing it, and they're there stuck for 24 hours. And when the husband of the wife finds them, they're already healed. They healed each other by expressing their trauma, and they're like, they forgive each other for what happened. Yeah. But then the guy, the husband shoots the guy.
Oh my God.
I know. What? After healing so much, and it's like, damn, these people cannot catch a win.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, sometimes people just like, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I know people where like they just don't catch a break. Like bad shit just keeps happening. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. That's the kind of situation. Like, I understand. It's hard to find positivity.
Yeah, but like if there is, I don't know, man. That's why like sometimes like I won't like if I see them getting really really mad, I'm like, whoa. Yeah. I'm gonna chill down for a second. Yeah. I'm like, are you okay? I've done it before. I've like because sometimes like it's OD. Like you're yelling, and I feel like this is just not something about me now. Like,
dude, I don't even remember the last time I yelled at somebody.
No, I've yelled. Customers at work have made me have made me yell.
Nah, dude, I don't really ever yell at anybody.
You're glitching out.
Yeah, I know. It'll fix.
But no, the last time I yell at people. To be fair, it's not that I'm yelling at the customers. The customers always yell at me. I am not a bad employee. They always yell at me, and then they just expect me to take it.
Yeah.
And then, first off, our managers always back us up, so shout out to them. And second, no employee at this job. You've met my friends from this job. We do not take shit. We've all yelled at somebody, and we do not handle that shit.
Yeah.
The only time we probably don't is if they come through the counter because
that's a little dangerous.
Well, yeah, but also typically our manager just swaps with us.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't know. When was the last time I yelled at somebody? I mean, sometimes I yell at Ev.
Well,
but it gets a little intense. It's a little different.
Oh, really?
I mean,
how intense are we talking about?
I mean, one where
normal fights, a fight.
I mean, I fight.
I also think your yelling is completely different. You and Ryan say yelling, and it's not yelling.
Yeah, I know. Bro, literally, I make my voice even a little louder, and she thinks I'm screaming at her. But I have actually yelled at her. No, I have actually yelled at her. Because the thing is, I fight with her more often than I fight with anybody in my life.
Well, you see her all the time.
Yeah, and it's not because I wouldn't necessarily attribute it to that, and I wouldn't attribute it to. What I would attribute it to is just the fact that I'm closer with her than anybody.
So you feel like you're more comfortable to do that?
Yeah, I think I think if I have some sort of reservations with somebody, and I feel like if it's just my friends, sometimes I'll just hold it off and I won't really want to talk about it. But with her, I want everything to be okay, so I want to talk about everything that happens. But the issue with her is that she doesn't really like to talk about things, So I'll be sitting there trying to talk about it, and then she'll just ignore me, and then I'll get angry, and then it kind of builds up. But I think it's just because I think when you're in a relationship, I think you're gonna argue with them more than anybody else. But that's I feel like that's normal, and I feel like people don't get that. I feel like arguing
people don't get
the fact that arguing is normal in a relationship.
No. Arguing, I do agree. I unfortunately can't stoop back to my ex where she was yelling really badly.
Yeah, I mean
me.
it depends on how you argue. If it's if it's an immature argument, and you're just screaming at each other the whole time, that's not healthy.
No, for me at least, it's just I don't think there's ever a point where you should be yelling at me. I know for a fact I would never cheat. I know I would never kill one of your family members. There's never.
Those are the two big ones.
Yeah, those are the two exceptions for you yelling at me. But I would never do that. But also, there's no point of you yelling at me ever, in my eyes.
Yeah.
There's no exception for me. I can't go back to it. I healed from the shit that I dealt with in the past, and if I go back to it, it's just gonna go me feeling just really shitty about life again, and I can't.
Yeah, the only times I really yell, so actually when I yell when we're arguing, I don't yell at her. I yell when I'm explaining how I feel, just because it's very emotional sometimes for me. So I just I yell to let out my stress, but not. It's
you're
actually usually not at her.
Yeah, you're yelling about the situation to her.
Yeah. It's more like an agony scream. You know.
Yeah.
It's more like that kind of thing.
No, I get that because if you were yelling at her, that means she did something wrong.
Yeah.
And if you make her feel like that, you're a douche.
Yeah.
But if you're expressing it and you're just loudly because you're that emotional about it.
Yeah, usually it's just talking about how I feel.
Yeah, and just expressing it, and that's a little different,
Yeah. It gets intense,
Yeah. I remember this one time with my ex, they just started yelling at me because they wanted to
out of nowhere.
Because I was with you guys and. She wanted to speak, and I was I just want to let you know.
I'm with the homies.
And then I was telling her, I was I can step outside for a quick second, but the max I can talk is maybe 5 minutes.
I'm with the boys.
Yeah, and she got like really upset with that, and God, it was so bad. She was like, you don't like, I really want to hang out. Like, I'm just bored. I'm just like, okay, yeah, it's like,
okay,
weird,
you
like,
hang out later.
Yeah, it's like, it's more. I'm probably like making it sound like weird on her side, but it was like we were hanging out. She calls because she wants to talk because she's just been feeling sad recently, and from my point of view, I didn't really understand any, like, not like that she didn't have any good reason to be sad, but it's not like her dad died or something. Yeah. It was just like she came back from school. It wasn't an emergency. Yeah, it wasn't an emergency at all. Like, at all. Like, she was just like, I want to hang out. And I'm just like, we hung out yesterday and we have plans for tomorrow. I just, like, I haven't seen my friends in a while. Can like, is that okay? Like, and she goes, I just feel like, and then she starts getting mad. Like, it's like, you could just, it's just, oh my God, it's like triggering just even thinking about it. But you can just hear the volume of her voice go up after each sentence I say. I'm just like, dude, this sucks. This is like so annoying.
I honestly will never understand that though. Yeah. Like when Ev is like hanging out with other people, I'm never gonna be like, yo, leave them right now to come hang out with me. Like, I'll text her and I'll be like, oh yeah, I miss you, and like, oh, do you want to like hang out after? But I'll never be like, leave right now so I can hang out with you.
Yeah, I don't get that either.
Like, that's like mad weird, and she never does that with me.
Yeah, that is weird. You know? I agree, that's really weird, and I also think it's weird if like you always ask your partner to come in to hang out to the hangouts that you plan.
Yeah, I mean, well, that depends. Like if somebody else invites me, then typically I don't really ask if she can come.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Like, but if I'm hosting, then obviously I'm gonna ask her to come.
No, but no. Yeah. No, if you make the plans, yeah, that's fine. But you also
sometimes I ask. The only time I ask is like if somebody else makes plans, but we're like going out somewhere. Then I'll be like,
no, that's what I'm saying though. Like, if there's plans, okay. If you make the plans, that's different. Yeah, you can invite whoever the fuck you want. You know what I mean? You're making the plans. Yeah. But if it's me making the plans, bro, what? You could just ask instead of just bringing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, yeah, I don't think asking is a bad thing, but I hate when people just show up.
Yeah, because typically I am friends with both partners in the relationship.
And so also, when I ask people, I expect them to be able to say no. Like, I don't care that much.
Yeah, and I feel see like her all the time.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't understand why people. Here we go. I don't understand why couples need to be attached all the time. Mm-hmm. Like, there are couples out there that cannot go anywhere without each other. Like, if you hang out with one, you have to hang out with the other. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I get it, but I also don't, because it's like, I have my own friends, you know, like when I'm hanging out with the boys, I'm not about to invite my girlfriend over. Like, I love her.
Oh my God.
Like, I love her, but I see her all the time.
That's and, like when I'm with the boys, worst place to bring a girl.
That's what I'm saying. And sometimes,
because then all the boys are like, okay, we're restricted now. We can't talk.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know what I mean? And sometimes, like, bro, there are dudes out there that'll be like, yo, like, if you just don't invite my girl over, then you don't respect us. You know, and that's like, bro.
No, that's not it at all, bro. Just don't forget that we had an intimate, like, independent relationship.
That's
before.
What I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, keep your individuality.
Yeah, that's like, oh God, no, I completely agree. I think doing everything. Okay, listen.
Yeah.
If I'm dating someone, I'm dating to marry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, Shadi, I know you're always gonna be there. Like, we're gonna be here for the long run. Yeah. You know, but if like we're constantly seeing each other, I don't like, bro. Like, not constantly seeing each other, but constantly like coming everywhere I go. I think I'm gonna lose first of all a part of myself as in my in my identity. Yeah. Like, I feel like I'm gonna lose something, and why would I like? Sometimes it's also healthy just to like step back from each other.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I do see Ev all the time. Like, I literally, like, every moment that we could spend together, I'm like, oh, do you want to hang out? Like, every time that we're free. Though. But that being said, if I've got plans with other people, I am not ditching those plans to hang out with Ev. Like, I'm just not. Yeah. You know, I have like,
because probably see her.
Bro, if she leaves me, who am I gonna have? if that's the thing, like if I dedicate,
that's true, and people get screwed over.
That's what I'm saying. If I give all of my time and effort to her, like I love her to death.
Yeah.
But if I only ever see her and lose all my other relationships, if she leaves me, what do I got?
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna want to talk to me anymore.
We've seen friends who have gone like that.
Bro, this happens all the time.
They get into this relationship and then they constantly don't see them because they're together, and then we only see them at parties, and then they always like to bring their girl, which is normal because it's a party. But
then that's the only time they show up.
Yeah, but at the party they're so stuck together instead of kind of talking to us as much. And then when they break up, all of a sudden
they want to come back,
besties with us. We hang out with them like 7 days in a row. Because they're like, bro, I missed y'all. I'll never let that shit happen again, boy. Like,
and then they let it happen again, like 3 weeks later.
I'm like, oh no, you're doing so good.
I really thought we had something.
Yeah, what happened?
No, I just couldn't let that happen to myself. I feel like
get
that's
it if it's like the first 4 months. You're in a honeymoon
also
phase.
If it's in your first relationship too. Like if it's the first time you're dating somebody, like you might not know better. You know, you're just trying to risk.
Better. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm happy that like I dated and I didn't. I'm happy that I did it and I didn't stick with any of my high school sweethearts. Not saying that it's like a bad thing, but it's just I think because like I think with them, I don't think that I would be able to really grow as much if I did stick with my high school sweethearts, because I think I've grown so much from being single. And especially with the last ex that I had, I think from that I've definitely
I think I am one of those rare cases where I made all of my mistakes in life really early. And I was somehow conscious enough to learn from them even though I was really young. But I am with my high school sweetheart, but for me I think it works because A, I did learn all those things prior to, and B, I hold myself as a human being to a very specific standard that I am not going to let anybody, even a significant other, get in the way of my own development. I will never let that happen. Just because, like, I'm sorry, but if I'm building,
you should be pushing each other. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It's not where you're, where you're like, I have you. I'm gonna give up on life.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, she supports everything that I do. Like, she's so good with that. Like, between music, between the podcast,
she is
like,
your number one fan.
Like, she pushes me to be better. And I know some people out there who would just be like, "Oh, you're doing all these extra things. You don't give me enough time or attention. You're not focusing on me enough." Like,
I don't get how people don't balance that though.
Yeah.
Truly, I think I'm so good at balancing everything.
Oh, honestly, yeah. I feel honestly, I feel the same way. Like, between like work and seeing all my friends, I see my friends all the time. And people like get upset with me because they're like, even some of our friends get upset with me. They're like, you always want to see your friends. Like, you hang out with people all the time. But I do that for a reason. Like,
if you're okay with it, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, like, I would rather spend time with people who I care about rather than sitting alone. Like, when I'm sitting alone, the only thing I'm doing is working on a project, right? Like, if I'm hanging out by myself, I'm probably writing music, or I'm probably editing the podcast, or...
Did your dog just push the door open?
She did.
What the hell?
What's up, gangster? Hold on, come here.
Come here.
Pick that little rodent up. Look at that thing.
Ah.
Look at how ugly that thing is. Look at
it. Oh my god. Is this Kenzie?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She smells gross.
Yeah, he hates his dog.
No, because
he's shaking.
There's something scaring her then. My dad might have the oven on or something. She's probably afraid.
I think it was the light. Because she wasn't looking at the light. Oh, no, she's shaking then.
She's afraid of something. My dad probably has the oven on. She hates the oven.
She hates pianos.
She hates everything.
God, relax.
She hates everything. Hey. She's terrified right now.
It's okay.
But yeah, she pushes me to be better, and like I just couldn't be with somebody who wants me to give up on my life goals to focus on them. But I feel like, and also like what I was saying before, like I hang out with my friends a lot because I would rather spend time like focusing on people who I care about. Like I think me hanging out with them is showing them that I care about our friendship and I actually value our time together. Like, yeah, I want to spend time with my friends. Like, I care about these people. You know, like these are people who I want to have at my wedding, people who I want to watch my kids when I'm older. You know, like I want to be with people. You know, I and maybe I'm just too social of a person. Like maybe I just don't know how to be alone. Separate issue.
But no, I think for you too, like we've talked about this, like you don't take a day off though. Like just a day to yourself.
I don't.
Oh God, I could never.
I don't.
I could never.
I don't remember the last time I wasn't seeing somebody or working on something or doing something. I've never had a day off, like ever.
I mean, like it definitely like ends up me doing like it's typically me just having nothing planned that day.
Yeah.
And then around 6 p.m. if somebody actually hang out, I'll be like, okay, I'm down because I had like 8 hours.
Yeah, I'm always hanging out with somebody. My days off are hanging out with people. Like that's where I find my comfort.
That's like no, I mean like not even days off necessarily I would say, but like days to myself.
Yeah.
I sometimes like need there. I always do end up probably like doing something with either a family member or a friend, or I pick up a shift. It's just typically I don't want to plan something because mentally I'm like I know that I have to do something today. Like this whole week, like it's started since when your gig Saturday, it was the gig. The next day was Father's Day. We hung out the whole day.
You've had a busy week.
Monday I went to IHOP. Then I had my final for acting, and then we filmed a podcast episode that fucking got destroyed. And then Tuesday I saw you because I edited our clips for the week. Worked, and then the next day actually I chilled the morning of, so I'm pretty good. Yeah. But I worked, then Thursday, which was yesterday, I saw Julia, I met her boyfriend, he was really cool, and then I went to the fair. Oh no, I went to Bahama Breeze happy hour first, and then I went to the fair, and then I went to see The Flash, and then today I'm here, going to the gym, getting ready for my party, having my party.
Yeah. Dude, honestly, those days, like, my mental health days are hanging out with people. I'm just one of those people that
I feel
finds
like your social
comfort.
never dies, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't. I get so much comfort from connecting with other organisms. You know, that. I'm just a very like interactive with the world kind of person.
I'm pretty social too. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just a lot. Sometimes I just like to be myself. Well, I'm like,
you know what I love actually? The only time I love being absolutely alone is if I'm like on vacation and just like chilling like in the sun or by the pool, like on the beach or like on a balcony. Like I love that. That I love. But I can't do that at home. I feel bored at home. I have to
you
be.
have a nice backyard though. I would be back.
I know. No, I do sometimes like with the dogs, but then I get bored after like 5 minutes. I just can't do nothing.
No, I agree. I'm a pretty anxious person, so I constantly feel like I need to be doing something.
That's what I'm saying. I can't do nothing.
But on my days off, okay, so this would probably be like an idea.
She's about to fall asleep.
Oh, on my day, she's still shaking, homie. It's okay. I got you. But on a typical ideal day to myself would be I wake up, get a bacon, egg, and cheese, and then I watch Adventure Time because that's just a show that I've been watching recently. And then I would go to the gym. I would go to Charlie's Steakhouse because oh my god, I had it yesterday. It was so good. And then I would go home, talk to my family for a little bit, and then typically that's when like someone hits me up or I make plans, and then I do it.
I need to try like the way you approach it because I think maybe because that's the thing, like you're taking a day to yourself but you're still productive, like you're still going
I can't
places.
Just sit on the couch the whole day.
That's what I'm saying. When that's my problem, because when I have off days I'm unmotivated. Like when I'm completely by myself, I kind of don't want to do anything. Like I'll work on music for a bit, and if I get really into it, I get really into it. But a lot of times it's just I work on something for a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then I literally just sit on my phone like on the couch for the rest of the day.
I just need to decompress. That's really what it is.
I just can't imagine going like you do this all the time, and I don't know how. Like I can't imagine going out places alone. Like I couldn't go out eat alone in a restaurant.
yeah.
I couldn't go to the movies alone.
I'm gonna try to do a restaurant. I haven't done it yet, but I went to Subway. I literally sat down by myself and just had a good time.
Yeah, I need to try that.
I went to.
I don't even go to the gym alone.
Wait, really?
I always go to the gym with my dad.
Really? Wow. Wait, I didn't know that. No,
yeah, I've actually never been to the gym by myself.
Wow, I love the gym. I low-key hate going with people because
everybody says that. I'm the opposite. I love going with people.
The gym, because for the gym, I don't want to be waiting for you to do something.
Oh nah, because people push me. Like that's why I love it. My dad, when I'm lifting weights, my dad's like screaming at me while I'm lifting. He's like, one more, let's go. And then I'll do that one more, and he'll be like, another one. And I'm like, all right, let's go. But then I'm pumped.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I was like pressing like 50-pound dumbbells last time we went because he was just like he was getting me juiced. You know,
that's actually so funny.
Yeah, bro, I had never lifted 50-pound dumbbells like benched in my life before that because dumbbells are hard.
Yeah.
And 50-pound dumbbells are heavy, and I had not done that before, and then he was pushing me, and then I did it.
No, I do shit all the time by myself.
Yeah.
I go on car rides by myself, chilling out. I love my car.
I love my car.
I love just sitting in there. That's my safe place. Sometimes I get home from work and I sit there for like an hour, and my parents text me, "Why didn't you get out the car yet?"
Because I'm hanging out.
I'm just chilling. I just feel so safe
with
in my
Gladys.
Car. Gladys, yes. That's my car's name.
That's my dead grandmother's name. Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
What's
I love
your car's name?
I haven't made one yet. I was gonna call him like
You call him Eugene, but I'm pretty sure every car is a girl, isn't it?
My car's not a girl.
My
car is definitely a dude.
No, I think your car is a silver fox woman.
Whoa. Even
though like she's like black, but like she's like a black and shiny type shit.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, no, I kind of, I think the inside is a boy, and I think the outside is a girl, very much so.
Aww. Happy Pride Month, everyone.
Yeah, there you go. there's your Pride Month.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Aww. I think that. No, wait. I told you. For me, I think my car is a bit masculine, so I do think that she either goes the other way or maybe like is transitioning. But I support her.
I like how we're.
I completely support her.
Yeah.
What up?
Oh, thanks. Yo, let's go. We got snacks.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Epic. I didn't eat anything. Thank you.
Yo, did they just get the first peek? Yeah, I think he was in. I think he was in for a minute.
Dude, y'all got a sneak peek.
Got a sneak peek. Yo, he brought us tots.
Oh my god, you got a sneak peek from the so-called hot dad.
I can't believe he just brought us a snack.
That's actually really nice of him. What a sweet guy.
ASMR.
How long are we going at?
We are at an hour and 3 minutes. We can wrap up.
Yeah, we can wrap. All right, guys.
This is a good episode.
Yes. Kobe loves you.
That's
Gladys.
Kenzie.
Right. Sorry, I forgot you hate Kenzie. Kenzie loves you.
Our personified transgender cars love you.
And I love you.
I love you guys too.
Bye bye.
We're gonna eat our tots now. Bye.